hearing more from that in coming weeks. On Thursday night, we had Michelle Barnett, who gave a talk about gift. She founded this idea called Gift. It's a fantastic program, and we just want to say that's a big shkoyach to her for all the work that she does. Now, I'm just going to disappear for a second because I know it's down over here. Let me just say, Amisha Be'ach for Cholim, all the Cholim that we have. Anybody's not on my list to go on to. Then we're going to go on to our guests. In this week's Sedra, which is Beha'alotecha, it speaks about the fact that there were people who came out who, on the second year of going out of Egypt, they were from the Bnei Yisrael, and they come with a claim to Moshe. They say they weren't able to offer up the Korban Pesach, the Paschal lamb at the time of Pesach, so they were in a state of impurity. If we miss our opportunity, what can we do? They say. So Moshe goes back to Hashem with this question. Hashem answers him, and he says like this: if a person is b'derech rechoka, is far away, is a long way away, or is tameh nefesh, or in a state of impurity, and therefore unable to offer up the Paschal lamb on Pesach, which is the 15th of Nisan, or sorry, the 14th of Nisan, then he gets a second chance to offer it on Pesach Sheni, a 14th of Iyar, together, he can eat this Pesach, this Paschal lamb together with his matzah and his maror. So what do we learn from all this? I think it's a beautiful little message. In other words, you do it a month later. You don't do it on that particular month, you do it a month later. It says like this: even if you missed out on an opportunity to do something in Judaism, you've missed out on a minyan or a mitzvah to do, that doesn't mean that you can't do it in the future. It means we can always have a second chance. Shabbat Shalom. That was my little thought. Now I'm going to pass over to Mr. Rafi Cohen. Are you there? How are you?
Hi, yes, I'm here. Delighted to be here.
Yeah, it's great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're a teacher in JFS.
Yes, I'll speak for just 1 minute to explain a little bit of the background, and then we'll just hand straight over to Gabriella and Mika.
That's fantastic.
So my name is Rafi Cohen. I'm a teacher of Jewish studies at JFS, and we were approached, I think, over a month ago now by Irene, and it's been really, really great to have been reached out, to have been sought out in this way, especially given the connection between Kenton and JFS, that in theory we are the local school to Kenton Shul. I just looked up on maps a moment ago. I think it's about a 15-minute walk between the two. So it's really, really lovely to kind of establish this connection. We've got here, I think this is going to be the first of at least 3 opportunities where we're going to be joining your Zoom Kabblat Shabbat. And we're very, very excited to be here. I'm very, very blessed to have a lovely class of my Year 8 students. And we've been working together to prepare Divrei Torah for your lovely, lovely Kehillah, your amazing community. And without any further ado, I'm going to hand straight over to Gabriella and Mika to introduce themselves and to share their thoughts of Torah.
That's
Gabriella
fantastic.
and Mika, over to you.
Hello. I'm Gabriella. Sorry. Let me start. Okay. Hello, I'm Mika. And I'm Gabriella. And we are in Year 8 at JFS. Thank you for inviting us to be part of your Kabblat Shabbat on Zoom. In our recent Jewish studies lessons, Mr. Cohen has been helping us to explore Shabbat, thinking about the different aspects of our weekly experience. We had the opportunity to ask some of our own questions on Shabbat, things we enjoy as well as parts of Shabbat that we struggle with. We started to think about where we can find answers to these questions from our most ancient sources, all the way up to modern writers. One question that we have been looking into is, why is Shabbat 25 hours? We are used to our regular days being 24 hours, and we know that the Jewish week isn't magically 1 hour longer than anyone else's week. So where does this extra hour come from? While we were asking this question, we found it was also closely tied with another one. Why does Shabbat begin on Friday afternoon? The days of the week begin at midnight and go until 11:59 the next evening, but for some reason Shabbat is different.
The key source to finding an answer to these two questions is in the creation story, found in the first two chapters of Sefer Bereshit. The account of God's creation each day ends with the words, Vayehi Erev, Vayehi Boker, and there was evening and there was morning. The story of Bereshit highlights 6 times that a day's evening comes before its morning, and the same is true at the end of the account on Friday. Vayehi Erev, Vayehi Boker, Yom HaShishi, and there was evening and there was night, the 6th day. And there was morning the 6th day. Hashem created each day beginning with the evening, worked through the morning and into the afternoon, then the next day beginning when evening falls again.
Now we can understand why we begin Shabbat on Friday afternoon. It is simply at that time that the Shabbat day begins. So back to our first question, why is Shabbat 25 hours? This comes down to a technicality about the twilight part of the day, known in Hebrew sources as the Bein Hashmashot, which can be thought of as the time between the end of light of the sun and the emergence of the light of the stars. We know that the day begins in the evening, but when exactly is the evening? So in the end, we play it safe. We make sure that we bring in Shabbat at Shkia, sunset, so that we don't risk doing any work on Shabbat itself. And we end Shabbat as late as possible when the stars have emerged and we know for certain that the day has faded into the night. We start Shabbat earlier on Friday than we end it on Saturday, a difference of approximately 1 hour.
So what difference does it make to our lives? It's just a technicality to avoid breaking Shabbat, or is there a lesson for us to learn? In his series Pnei Halacha, when discussing Shabbat, Rabbi Eliezer Melamed says,
in the Torah, night precedes a day for all matters. An important concept is contained within this Jewish outlook. Night and darkness precede day and light. First, questions and dilemmas arise, and one is lost in darkness and uncertainty. But from this, answers emerge and light shines. First, we must deal with our problems, but from within them, we are elevated and refined. We can see this in everything from the giving of the Torah, coming after the slavery in Egypt, and even in the modern day with the incredible state of Israel coming just after the depths of the Shoah.
This can even be seen in the very words from Bereshit, Erev and Boker. Erev, meaning shares its root meaning with ideas of mixture, confusing and lack of clarity. Boker, meaning morning, shares its roots with being able to seek out clear answers. Clarity follows confusion.
There are a few ideas we can internalize from this and bring with us into our celebration of Shabbat. Firstly, by recognizing how we make Shabbat 25 hours long, we see the importance of building safeguards around things which are important to us. If spending time with family is important to you, don't let that time be eaten up by unimportant things. Book in time to meet up with friends and keep to it. Be punctual. Everyone's time is precious to them. Don't eat into the time they have set aside for you.
Secondly, when we think about the evening coming before the day, we should remember with positivity that darkness and trouble are always followed by light and redemption. We are faced with challenges, but we can rise from them. No matter what conflict, tragedies, confusion, and strife arise during our week, Shabbat is a time that allows us to bring an end to them and see peace, calm, and clarity as a new day dawns.
Thank you for listening, and Shabbat Shalom.
Okay, Rafi, over to you. Thank you very much, Rafi, and thank you.
That's it from us. I think we're probably not going to stay for your tefillah, but it's been a real pleasure to share Torah with you. And thank you so much to Mika and Gabriella for your work in putting that together. Really, I thought hopefully an amazing piece of Torah, some really lovely ideas to share with your kehillah as well into your Shabbat.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It's a great way of going into the Shabbat, really, with nice Devar Torah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mika, and thank you, Gabriella. Thank you. Okay, now we're going to go on to Reverend Levin with Avrom. Avrom, where are you? You there? Avrom? Where's he gone? Let me find him. Once I find him, then I'll put him up here. Oh, there he is. He's here. He's right in front. How you doing? I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
You can now.
How you doing, Avrom? You okay?
I'm fine. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me to be your guest Chazan for the Kabblat Shabbat. Rabbi Yehuda, my wife and I have known since 1975 when we arrived in Ilford, where we formerly were in Egerton Rothschild, and we came there. And as Rabbi Yehuda mentioned, just had the most wonderful the first 12 years of being in Ilford with Yehuda's father, the late Reverend Sidney Black, whom I can't say I liked, but I absolutely loved. He was a wonderful friend, and I miss him to this day. And my wife and I have many wonderful thoughts about him, and it's a privilege to be here officiating for you this Shabbat, and especially seeing Yehuda as the established and very much loved Rav of the Kehillah.
Okay, well, it's our honor to have you with us. It really is. It's great. It's great to have you, and it's like the olden days. It's great.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You haven't changed much. You haven't changed much at all. You're looking good. You're looking good.
We try.
Oh,
So, what do you want to start with, or you did Nefesh? What do you do?
We normally start with you did Nefesh. I'm going to go onto the share screen so everybody can see it up here. Hold on 1 second. Let me get it. Here we are. And you should be about the side. Yes, you are. And I'm going to make that a little bit bigger so that we can all see it. There we are. That's a bit better. And if you'd like to start.
Okay. So, a Chazan loves to have Kehillah joining him. And I want us all to imagine that we are together, and please join in wherever you can. Yedid nefesh agorachon v'shoyechatecha eretz oinecha yarusatecha kemo yahayor ishtachave emodarecha Yerablo Yedido Sefam Minoi Feso Mechatoam Adonai Zivoiram Laveshichoras Avosecha Anoelna Refana Beharosena Noyam Ziva as it is Chazay Vesisrape Vehayisana Simechan Soilom Osikeyem now Rachamefam Vechusana Ameinahu Vecha Kiyezekama Nifsoif Nisapi Lieros Pesiferes Ozecha Elechanda Chamedalidin Vechusa Na Ve'atisanom Igalenom Vrois Chavivi Ulai Estokas Shevelo Mecha Tori Eres Yechoidecha Nagira V'ni Ismechova, Ma'eroe, Kiva Moin, V'chanenu, Kimei Olam. La 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 Nekadma fana besoidaho bizemiros narialo ki v'ladri melachudala konohime asher yadom etere ores suapo esorimelo asher lo hayom evasaho v'yabeshes yodom yodsorum boyu nishtachave v'nichra נברכה לפני אדוני עושינו, כי הוא אלוהינו ואנחנו אמריסו ושון יודו. היום אם בכל עושי שמו, אל תקשו לבבכם כמריבה, כי יוים עשו במדבר, אשר ניסוני אבוסיכם, לכנוני גם ראו. Holy, אשר נשבעתי ויבואתי, אם יבואו אל מנוחתי. שירו לאדוני שכבודו, שירו לאדוני כל ארץ, שירו לאדוני ברך ושלום, ועשו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו וכל העמים נפלאו יסוד, כי גדול אדוני מלום נוי ראו כל אלוהים, כי כל אלוהי יועמים אלילים ואדוני שמיים עשו. עוז בידו לפונו, אויז דספרס במקדשו, אבל אדוני משפחו שמים, אבל אדוני כבוד, אבל אדוני כבוד שמו, שומינך ולחצרו סב, איש תחבו לאדוני בהדרס קודש, חילו מפנו כל ארץ, אם רבגרים אדוני מלוך, אף תיקון טבעי בתימות, יודעים נמים במישורים. יסמכו השמיים וסוגל הורס, ירם היום לא ינוסו די, בכל השבון. ירננו כסיוע, לפני אדוני קיבו משפט אורס, ישפוט תבל בצדק, וימים באמונתו. אדוני מלוך תבל ארץ, יסמכו עם רבי מנן ורופא סביביו, צדק ומשפט נכון כיסו, איש לפניו תלך וסלח עצו, ובצורו והירו ברחו ותבל רועתו ותאכל ארץ, הורים כדונה נומסון לפני אדוני ולפני אדוני כל ארץ. יגידו השמיים סיכו, ורוב כל העמים כבודו, יבושו כל אוהב אפס המסחרדים, ואלילים ישתחוו לו כל אלוהים. שון ותספסים ותוגידו ונוסיף דו למען משפוט לך אדוני, כי אתה אדוני עליון על כל ארץ, ויהודה ליסוף על כל אלוהים. ויביא אדוני שינו Shoyes, na shoyes la sido, miad, reshoim yasiyelein, oh, azarul asadik, Simcha Sadikim Badunoi, Ve'yohidu Zecher Kodeshom. Mizmor Shiru Ladunoi Shichodosh, Kini Felososo, Shiano Yimino Soakochoi, Oidi Adonai Shvosoil, Yedi Akoin, Gilasi Kosol, Sochatas to the Monoso, Leveis Yisaroel, Rohu Aklase, Yorets, Eishishwas Elohinu, Ariu Ladmi Cloret, Pisto, Verano Zameru, Salu Ladmi Mechino, Kores in Rabachat, Sois, Shoipo, Ariu Lifnei Hamelech Adonai, Iramayim Amlot, Rebel Shebo, Niaros in Chof, Yachad Horim Yiradinu, Lifnei Adonai, Kimal Ishpoil Torres, Ishpoti Vedet Tzedek, V'yamim B'mei Shorim. Adonai Malachikas V'amin Yoship Kerubin Tonot Horetz, Adonai B'sin Godol L'Rono, Oh, Akol Ho'amin Yodum Shimcho Godol L'Ora Kodoshu, Le'oyes Melech Mishpotorev, Ato Konanto Meisharim, Mishpatus Tokbiah Tuvatos Iso, Romemu Adonai Mishpachavu Adonai Glove Kodoshu, Moshe V'Aaron B'Choyano, Shmuel B'Korei Shemoi, Korim El Adonai Le'oyanein V'yamod Hanoi Yedaber Aleihem Shomru Heidoesav V'chok Dosan Elomo Adonai Eloheinu Ato Ani Yisam Eilo Nosea Yisroel Elokim Alavi Eloesom Adonai Eloheinu V'yishtachavu V'yaret Kodesho Ki Kadosh Adonai Eloheinu Volado with Volado, Nim Hovolado, Ricobos, Avolado Noe, Moshmo, Hishtavulado, the Gadas Kodesh. Koyado Noyala Mohi, Melako, the Hiri, Madoya, my Rabbi. Koyado Noe, Bakoya, Koyado Beholdo, Koyado Sovearonzin, Is Shabbat, Noe, Saziavon. Ayakiden kmoe yegel on nom de studium kmo beremin. Kolado Jose Glavos, Kolado no yokimi po, Yochilado no vidar to ode. Kolado no Alaychem Elohaylecha Doidia, Litras Kalom, B'nei Shabbos, Ney Kabbalah, Nechova Doidia, Litras Kalom, B'nei Shabbos, Ney Kabbalah, Yisnari, Meyakukubuni, Libeshi, Ligade, Sipotechani, Yahayad, Benishai, Beisarak Mir, Mamalashir, Geya Mamala, Lechovadodia, Likras Kalo, Benei Shabbos, Nea Kabbalah, Lechovadodia, Likras Kalo, Benei Shabbos, Nea Kabbalah, he is already, Komiani, Ori, Shigaberi, Kavonadoinoi, I think Allah, I love the Likraskala, Benei Shabbos, Nea Kabbalah, Adoidia, Likraskala, Benei Shabbos, Nea Kabbalah, Lobo Moise Moji, the Lois calling me, Mama, Tistokaki, Kumatemi, Soho, Yakasu, Ahadi, Yami. Benivesavir, Hayatila, Hayatavadoidia, Likras Kalom, Benei Shabbos, Nea Kabbalah, Hadodia, Likras Kalom, Benei Shabbos, Nea Kabbalah, Vahayovin Shisad, Noisoil, Verochator, Come, Valayit, Yahasim, Salayit, Elohayit, Kinsois Tohasal, Hayan Kala, Lechoadodi, Likras Kalo, Nei Shabbos, Nei Kabbalah, Lechoadodi, Likras Kalo, Nei Shabbos, Nea Kabbalah, Yavami Mosemai, Keeper of my Tzivil Sagoya Noe, Taritzi Yahayadish, Ben Pasi, Venis Becha, Venobri La Haida Avadidim, Litras Kala, Benei Shabbos, Nea Kabbalah, Lechovadoidia, Likras Kalo, Benei Shabbos, Nea Kabbalah, Koi Veshalom, Hateres Palom, Nam Simcha, Obetzala, Tovo Emuni, Am Segula, Ovichalo, Ovichalo, Odoidia, Nikras Kalom, Benei Shabbos, Nea Kabbalah, Odoidia, Nikras Kalom, Benei Shabbos, Nea
Shikayach.
That was really lovely. And what's that tune from? Where does that come from? It's really a beautiful tune.
Well, I heard it from a Chazan Hirschik, and I absolutely loved it. And I decided we'll put it down tonight.
Oh, very, very nice. And I loved your traditional tunes. I love it. Beautiful. It just reminds me of all those years back in Ilford. It was really good.
Absolutely.
And wonderful. Really. Now, have you got anything else you'd like to share with us?
Well, I just thought to end off with, before you go, something very poignant. If we look at Omar Abalozo, those who've got the green siddur, it's on page 300. The whole thing is about peace. And I thought, what more, especially last week, we all need, Israel needs peace. We all need peace in our lives. And I thought it was an appropriate piece. And I'm going to sing the end of it, Lamanachai, which is Kabblat, but I'm known for taking world famous pieces and adapting them to my own style. So I have slightly changed it a little bit. But I thought I would end off with this. And which would you like me to do now?
Yeah, please. Yeah, love to hear it. Lovely. Go on.
Adaberano shalom Leman beis Adonai Eloheinu avak eshato ibnach avak eshato ibnach Adonai yoes Oz the amoyitein Oz the amoyitein le'amoyitein Adonai yevarech esamo yevarech esamo esamo Shalom.
I love that. It's really lovely. Thank you. I love that Kabblat. It's really good. Really beautiful.
Absolutely.
Okay, we're gonna finish off with Yigdal,
Okay.
and that's on page 12 for those people who have a sitter in front of them. We don't have it on screen, so you just
worry.
gonna. I'm very worried about it.
Ein lo the Mosakov, the Ayanogov, lo Naro Helov, Kedum Shazo, Kadmon Lachotopon, Gashe Nivra, Rishon Vein Rashis, Le Rashis, so Hino, Adonai Long, Lechano Ritza, Yorem Dulaso, Malechuso, Shepan Bulwason, so. No, Elan Shesagula Sobesit Atom. Locum Israel, Kemoishel, Nabiu Mahabit, Estimon so. Torah Semes, no Sanli Amoel, Ayan Nevion, Peso, Loya Khalifoel, Loya Midoso, Yohanim, Lesu. So Fabio de Soreno, Mabit Lesoto Pecatmo, so go Milish Chesed, Chesed Kimipolo, no singular of Shora, Kirich so. Ishvach lekityomin, meshichenu, litos machakei yeshu aso, mesim yachayel, leroyev chasto, baruch hadeya, shem tehiloso, mesim yachayel, leroyev chasto, baruch hadeya, shem tehiloso.
Shakayach, that was absolutely fantastic. Really,
Thank you. Thank you so much.
absolutely fantastic. I haven't heard you for so many years, and it's just wonderful.
And let me tell you, Rabbi Black and I share the same bar mitzvah sedra.
Let's go. Ve'ele
Hamishpatim.
hamishpatim. Lovely, really great. Goyach, thank you very much.
Everybody have a wonderful Shabbos. Thank you for inviting me, and I've really enjoyed being with you.
Avrom, it was our pleasure. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Have
Let's
a
do it
wonderful
again.
Shabbos, everybody. Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Please.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Wishing
shalom.